GM friends, we just returned from East Denver and it was an absolute blast and a big episode will follow very, very soon. However, in today's episode, we will focus on Frens Validator, our most recent project. But there have been many questions regarding security and regarding the airdrop. And in today's episode, I want to answer as many questions as possible, also for transparency reasons. And besides, I want to show you how to stake in the most effective way. So let us not waste much more time and get this episode started. Before kickstarting this episode, please note that I'm not a financial advisor and that none of my statements represent financial advice. And besides, please make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give us a like. This triggers the YouTube algorithm and leads to an ATOM and OSMO pump on the other hand. And now let us dive deeper into Frens Validator. And let us start by talking about the diffusion airdrop, because many people criticized us. They said that an airdrop that would be like specifically for one validator or so would lead to centralization. And I understand the critics. However, I also want to give you my perspective on this. And my perspective on this is pretty clear, because I believe that the staking industry will grow immensely throughout the next couple of years, also due to inflation. So I think that it's a little bit naive to think that the staking industry will look like this in a couple of years from now. I think that the role of validators will grow significantly. So what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, how were we eligible, or how were we able to say, okay, everybody who is staking Osmo with us will be eligible for the airdrop? How were we able to do so? Well, we collaborated with Diffusion very closely. We reviewed their code, we helped them with everything. And because of this, we are now able to say, okay, if you stake Osmo with us, then you are eligible for the diffusion airdrop. And here's the thing, I think that validators will, that the role of validators in the space will grow significantly. They will support other projects as well. So I think that validators won't stay just random validators, because setting up a validator is not too complicated. No, but I think we all validators, we have to be like way more operative in the next couple of years. So we will help other projects also to give you guys more incentives to stake with us. And this will lead to the fact that the competition among the validators will grow, but we will also help other projects to become big. And just to give you like another perspective on it, there are already, or there have been a lot of stake drops already. For example, 4Ball also did a stake drop. So we definitely not reinvented the wheel here. And besides, also Binance and Kraken, they also are high validators on some chains. For example, Kraken is the #1 validator on Kava. Binance is the biggest validator on Cosmos. And what they did, they also gave people incentives to stake with them. So this is completely normal and it will become bigger. I believe that even banks will start to provide staking services in the next couple of years or so, also due to inflation. So I think the staking industry in a nutshell will grow significantly throughout the next couple of years, and that we validators, we have to fulfill more tasks, because I think that the staking industry right now is more or less setting up a validator and then make good marketing and then people start to stake with us. But I think that's naive to think that this will be the same in the next couple of years. No, we will help other projects to become big. And on the other hand, we can give you incentives to stake with us. And besides, this won't be our last airdrop. So this is also what I can say here. I also can't give you more information regarding that yet, but this, like the 28th of February, this won't be the last snapshot we make. We will hand out more and more airdrops also, maybe on the other chains as well. So just that you know. Another question that got asked pretty often is that people were not able to redelegate the funds to us. There can be like a very simple reason for that, because you cannot redelegate all the time. So there is sometimes you basically reached your limit, so you can't redelegate your funds day by day. That's not possible. So you have to wait a couple of days until you can redelegate again. So please make sure to have this in mind when redelegating to us and realizing that your transaction failed. That's not a problem like on our side, it's just how the game is played in the Cosmos ecosystem. And besides, I also want to add here, please always make sure to not stake with just one validator, because this is not only bad for the network if you want to say it like this, due to these centralization problems, but also it's also very important for your own security. So never put all your eggs in one bucket, I would say. So yeah, spread your funds across different validators and also make sure to not redelegate all the time, because at some point you will reach a limit. Now let us talk a little bit about our bot, because I think this is the most coolest aspect of our recent project. So as you might know, you get your staking rewards on Osmosis day by day, and this is pretty cool. However, many people forget to restake them day by day, and then they miss out on a compound effect, because the compound effect becomes way more effective if you restake your rewards day by day. But of course, sometimes we are on holiday, sometimes we are on an airplane, sometimes we just forget about it. So yeah, we miss a little bit out on this juicy compound effect. And because of this, we designed a spot. So when you activate Autocompound with us, you don't have to worry about restaking your funds day by day. It happens automatically. I will show you how it works, and I will also show you that this is super, super safe. Now let's talk about the security, because many people think or thought that we would control your wallet. Of course, this is not the case. We do not control your wallet, because in order to control your wallet, I would need your private keys, and I don't want your private keys. And yeah, never share your private keys with anyone, of course. So no, we do not control your wallet. So how does the auto compound work? I will also show you like a more detailed tutorial in a second, but in a nutshell, last year there was a new update from the Cosmos SDK, and with this new update, also a new feature was shipped. So whenever you give, so with the new feature, you can give certain permissions to other addresses. So you could say, this is what we do basically, you give us the permission, so you give our validator address the permission to restake your staking rewards. That's it. You just give us a permission and not the allowance to control your whole wallet. And I will also show you in the code how it exactly looks. Now let us dive deeper into the compound effect, because I want to show you how secure this is and how you can make sure to be super safe. So we are here on the Autocompound bot website, and the first thing I really want to highlight here, I just talked with a friend about it, is make sure you are using our official website, because there might be some people who are going to copy this website and yeah, run away with your funds. So make sure, please make sure that you are using the right website. Use, I would recommend to use the link that is on our Twitter page, for example. So yeah, this is a link here, and we do not have another website or so. And we also do not run Google ads or so. So if you see Frens Validator as a Google ad, that's not us. So do not stake with these people, because that's most likely a scam. So that's the first thing. Now let us dive deeper into the auto compound. So what we see here is that this is my address tutorial, and this is my Osmo address, Osmo 1M something. And right now I staked 3.95 Osmo. And now I can say, okay, let's allow auto compound. But one thing I really want to highlight here, because this was also a question from some people, first of all, you do not have to stake all your Osmo with us in order to activate the auto compound. That was a question by the community. So no, that's not the case. You can basically auto compound any amount of Osmo you want. So this is the first thing. The second thing is, of course, you can click here on stake with friends. That's also cool. But yeah, now let's dive deeper here. So the first thing is I can click here on stake with friends. So I have 2 Osmo right now available, and I will stake them. And what's going to happen here? Okay, I approve the transaction, and now in a second, I will stake with my friends. That's pretty cool. And now let us dive deeper into the auto compound effect on Osmo. As already mentioned, it makes sense to activate the auto compound effect because most of the times people forget to restake their rewards. And yes, this is why it makes sense to allow the auto compound. And now it's getting a little very, very important so that you see exactly what kind of permissions you give us. So when clicking on allow auto compound, you see the following. You see two custom messages. Okay, here's the type URL, and then there is a value. But of course, nobody can read this value. So what is this value all about? Because the value basically says what will happen with my funds. So what should you do also in order to be aware of scams? So you copy paste the value here. And then you go on this website. This is a decoder, and this is how we can decode the code. I will also leave the link to this website in the description below. So you basically copy paste it, and then you click on decode. And then you will see exactly what is going on here. So remember my address, Osmo 1MR, Osmo 1M something. This is my address. And now I'm about to give a permission to this address. Okay, understand. So, and what exactly happens here? It will be explained in the third field. The content is Osmo staking V beta stake authorization. So, with this message, you basically say, you give the allowance, okay, I will stake with you. Here is my staking authorization. That's my first permission. Okay, cool. And then let's get to the Kepler wallet once again. So, and then there is another value, and I think this is the most important value. So there's the second message with the second value. Again, you copy paste it. And then you insert it into this box again. You press on decode, and what we will see here again is, okay, my address, my Osmo 1MR something address, giving the permission to Osmo 1FTX address. And what is going to happen? What is my permission? It's a generic authorization. What is the precise content of giving a generic authorization? Well, it's about redelegating or like restaking the rewards again. So withdraw delegator rewards so that they can get immediately to the validator again, so that you stay in the restaking process. And this is everything. This is everything what is happening here. When clicking on when allowing the transaction, nothing more will happen. You can see it here. And I also highly, highly recommend whenever you connect your Kepler wallet to any kind of website, do this. Use this link, decode what is going to happen here, because then you're like super secure. You can also do this like when you put your funds to Osmosis, for example. You can also review it on this website, and then you also see what is going to happen here. So this is pretty cool. So now let us click on approve. So I clicked on approve, and now it takes a little while. And yeah, then at some point I have my auto compound activated, and then again here it happened. So now I'm staking, or like I allowed auto compound, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, now I do not have to restake my staking rewards day by day by day. So this is pretty relaxed for me. Of course, you can also stop auto compound. That's not a problem at all. You can immediately do it. Stop auto compound. Again, you see the messages. You can also review here what is going to happen. Then you press again on the button approve, and then it will immediately stop to auto compound. That's not a problem. So here we are really sad, blah, 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 but you're not auto compounding anymore. And then again, you can click again on allow auto compound, approve, and the same will happen. So yeah, no worries about that. Of course, you can also stake with us without auto compound if you feel more comfortable with this. Also not a problem. But yeah, I wanted to give you some transparency here, and also like I also wanted to show you a method here to review what is going to happen when activating the auto compound bot. I really hope that this video gave you a little bit of transparency, and also know today will be the snapshot for the diffusion airdrop. But again, we will do more airdrops because our mission is to collaborate with as many projects as possible in the Cosmos ecosystem, and we will help them. We will help them. And on the other hand, we can give you guys incentives. So that's basically, a normal business we do. So again, I hope you got some more transparency here. And with that being said, I hope I see you next week for another episode of This Week in Cosmos.